Main Street Gym. I used to go train at the Main Street Gym, the original Main Street Gym, the first one. All the fighters trained there. Like I said, I used to go see my uncle fight, and I got interested in fighting. And I wanted to go train. And I used to go train after school. I had to get out of high school, and I used to go down to the gym and work out, and then come back home. Oh, it was great. I used to go sit there and on the weekends, it used to get packed because all the fighters used to train there. All the top name fighters used to train there, and it was like seeing an actual fight. They used to work out and have good training, you know, against each other and top notch fighters. Manny Ortiz used to train there. Bolano used to train there. Aragon used to train there. Uh, all of Rudy Cruz, all the top fighters. Turkey Thompson, all the top fighters. Ray Robinson used to come when he used to come to fight here. He used to train there. Ike Williams, you know, Kid Gavilan, Joe Louis. Johnny Forbes just, trained me. A hell of a good trainer. He used to train a lot of good fighters. He trained Cadilli, Mickey Northup, Kenny Turan, myself. He had a lot of kids that used to. He was an excellent trainer, with kids.
Did he train just kids or adults?
No, he trained my uncle too, but he used to have so many kids. He had so many kids that the kids used to hear that he was such a good trainer that he had a lot of kids coming from all over just to train them, to start training them for boxing. He was a kind of a trainer that he taught you everything, and he would not, even when you started time to, he put you amateur or something like that, he would not put you over, with somebody more experienced. You had an even chance of winning or losing. He wouldn't put you over your head. That's why he was such a good trainer. I didn't lose none. I didn't lose any. I didn't fight them. It's just, I don't know what you call them, amateurs or smokers or whatever. But we used to take them from. I used to go to CYO, and they used to take us to fight at the Pico Palace, and they used to give us either $5 or a little boxing pin or a little trophy or something like that. Alfredo Escobar was in the CYO. We went to Vegas, not Vegas, but some town out of Vegas. Two Escobar brothers, Andy and Alfredo L, and myself and Manny Venturia. And we all went up there and we won. As a team, we won. I think only one or two lost on it. And one thing I got from over there is the best fight of the night.
Main Street when I was fighting, Main Street was the gym, but you know how Main Street was. It was a little filthy and everything. But everybody liked that. Everybody liked to go to Main Street gym. You walk up the steps, you smell coming down, you smell, but everybody loved to go to Main Street gym. And this gym would be kept up pretty good. This gym here, he'd be kept up pretty good. Very nice gym, and we have a whole lot of crowd in there every day. Every day, a whole lot of crowd. Beautiful.
What was like one of the worst moments or the darkest times in your life?
Well, one of the worst memories when I went over in Argentina to fight for the world title. I beat the guy 15 out of 15. They robbed me. Walking around in the rain with pistols on and everything. I was halfway scared, to fight, look around. I'm trying to fight the man, watch these guys, all these pistols and everything too, And so, but I beat him 15 out of 15. He ain't how to take around. And he gave me decision over. And then what I was scared of, Bill Slade, got his suitcase and put on there how bad I beat the guy and put on I was the champ. And we walked and got to go. We headed to the airport. A bunch of Argentina out there, and Bill Slade walked out with the suitcase with the sign on it. I'm scared they're going to kill me and them both over there, And so, but we made it. We made it. He plumped to the airport, that suitcase. Tell them how bad they had needles over there, And I was the champ. And so, and I was a little, a little afraid over there because I didn't have no bag up or nothing over there. The Philippines, I fought over there, for the world champion over there. Well, I took with the flu about 2 days before the fight. I went in and fought. I beat him, but they get to him over there. I come back, we matched up in Hawaii, and I knocked him out in 4 rounds. That was Pruitt. He was a good fighter, but I knew he never could beat me, because I beat him over in the Filipino. Then they get us a rematch. Sam Ishino get us a rematch, and 6 weeks later, and I knocked him out. And so that was about my career. I had a nice career. I'm the one made my career worse, not the career. You make your own stuff, you put your own stuff in the bag, not what people can tell you, what people can say. It's left up to you to do these things. And so I'm the one who made my career fight. I could have fought a little bit. I retired at the age of 32. Some guys just getting started at age. But I said I wasn't gonna go, and I done been on top these many years. I ain't gonna go and get all beat up if I can't work or do nothing. Somewhere, you got to get that vine line to stop at. And you got to know where to stop. And then you got to have somebody in your corner to tell you when to stop fighting. You just can't keep this. This is a short career here. Man been fighting, he fight professionally for something like 12 years, something like that. He should get out. That's the most important thing. He should get out and do something else besides, fighting or save his money and do something. Fight professional that long. And so that way I was. Everybody said I was number 2 in the world when I quit. Everybody said, he coming back. Watch it and see, do I come back? I did not go by a gym in 5 years. I go by a gym, but I wasn't going to come in the gym. In 5 years, to make sure that I wasn't going to try to make no comeback. I'd never been too sharp or bright and no how. I always had a bad speech. They can't say they come from boxing. And so I just made sure that I was going to have all my conversations. I know how to go to the store, I know how to go here and make it back home. That's the reason that I quit. It's a good game. One of the best games is boxing, because the little man, he never get too small and never get too big. The small man can make money. Everybody can make money in a boxing game. Everybody can box. But can't everybody make professional football, baseball, and all like that? You gotta have size and everything. But see, boxing not. Boxing just a game. Come in, train yourself in good shape, get you a good teacher. You can go. You ain't got to be no 6'4", 6'3", 6 like that. You can be 4'1", 3 feet tall. You can find a man and fight you 3 feet tall. You can fight him. Whatever. It's all about boxing. But rest of the sports, rest of the sports are great. But boxing is one of the greatest sports it is around for each and every one.
I'm Grace Holderness at 3109 Southwestern Avenue at the barber shop. Went with a friend to the Olympic Auditorium on Grand. And went in, and at first I wasn't too interested. But I saw all the people there, and how I casually said, if I just had 25 cents off of each head, that's quite a bit of money. And a couple of days later, I kept thinking, I said, I think I'll get me a fighter. And one of my customers, Roy Glenn, who was an actor, said, I'll look out for you. And I thought he was kidding, and he did. And he sent this guy who had a fighter. And we became partners, and that was it. Dwight Hawkins, he was a hell of a fighter for a little bantamweight. We won something like 29, 28 straight knockouts. between the first and third round. He was very good. Well, this guy came to me, and he was a little short on cash. Not that I was long on it, but we put our heads together, and then we signed a contract, and he sold, eventually, about 6 months later, he sold his half to another fellow who became a very good friend, Jake Shagrew. He owned the gym at 78th and Hoover, and we became partners, and from then on, I took off. I don't know if you remember Babe McCoy. He got me my first fight, because after that, I kept going to the fights. So I asked Babe one day, I was at the fight, I said, "Baby, if I got a fighter, would you get me a fight?" He said, "Yeah." Of course, he thought I was kidding. And I'd already had been talking to Buddy. And so I approached him and I said, "I got my fighter." So they got me a fight in San Diego. My role was to manage him. I did nothing in training, just manage him.
What was that? What did that entail?
That entailed collecting the purse, taking the percentage off, and saving his money for him. Either I would get it or my partner, Jake Shagrew, and would get the fight. We were fighting 6 rounders, and then finally you'd graduate up to 8, then 10. And naturally, being a woman, I wasn't really accepted. First, they would tell me I had to have a license. So I wrote Sacramento and asked for a hearing. They were having a hearing here. And I went in the hearing, and John Calloway, who was a good friend of mine at the time, and I wasn't on the agenda. And I said, he said, "You're not on the agenda." So he went up, he was here, and he asked him about did they receive a letter? And he says, "Oh, I got it in my inside pocket." So the commissioner is made up of like doctors, lawyers, So he asked permission to approach the bench. And I did, and I told him I wanted a license. And that same day, Arlene Eden was getting her promoter's license. Her license was granted, but they wanted me to take a test for the manager's license, which I did. Made 98 and a half. And I came back before the meeting adjourned, and the commissioner okayed it. And then pretty soon, I was really walking in the door, And then we fought at the Olympic and at Hollywood Legion.
Why did you want to do this?
Well, you were making money. You could make money if your fighter went far enough.
Did you make some money?
I made a little, but just by the time I was getting really started, that's when they decided to take my fighter.
Who decided? Who took your fighter?
Willie Ketchum.
What was that all about? Who's Willie Ketchum?
He was a manager. He owned people like Davy Moore. I don't know if you're familiar with that name. He died.
Yeah,
He died
of
from a lick in the ring.
Right.
So
how did that happen? He took your fighter.
Well, he was. They wanted Dwight to spar with him.
Davy Moore?
Yeah, and I objected. I said no. I don't have the caliber fighter that wants to get in the ring and get knocked around. He's precious. You keep him. You don't want him all hit upside the head. So they began to, how you buzz a fighter. You say, "Oh, it's nothing she can do for you." And I had very good contact through Tommy Tucker and John Calloway. In fact, I didn't make any enemies in the fight business. Not outwardly. Internal, maybe, But I had to write to Brad Pye Jr., and I wrote to Sacramento when Ketchum took the fighter. And Governor Brown was there. I wrote a letter to him, and he sent a man from intelligence of Sacramento down here to investigate it.
What were they investigating?
They were investigating why Ketchum had him under contract. And my point was, you can take the fighter, but pay me for my investment.
Did he pay you?
Did you?
Did he pay you?
Did you? No. Mm-mm. And they started meeting with Hamilton of, I think he was a Lieutenant Hamilton of Intelligence. Mind you, I did not know how far in I had gotten, but the bottom line is that Ketchum had to let him go.
Did he come back to you?
No. Once you have destroyed the confidence, you know, why bother? Jake Giroux, very nice person.
Well, he didn't have kind of got a colorful personality.
Yeah, he was.
What was he like?
He was just he was a Navy man, retired, and he was just nice. He never wanted his part of the money. He said, "I'll give it to Dwight," you know, because we were on our way up. I don't know if you've heard Halimi. He was from France. We were fixing to fight him, and Jake was very passive. You know, I said, Jake, I'm not going to sit here and let him take my fighter. And you got to have of him too. Let's do something about it. Well, Jake says, you know, there are connections. So, Slim, he called me Slim. He said, Slim, I'm going to let him have it. I said, well, I'm not. Now, I'm going to write letters and do everything I can possibly do. I said, because we should at least get paid once you cultivate something. This kid wasn't out of high school. And by the time they finished brainwashing him, wasn't anything you could do. You wouldn't have wanted him back because the trust was gone.
Did you stay in boxing?
Oh, I tried for a little while and then I just gave it up. It's really not a thing for a woman. Maybe today it would be. But I was a little green and I wasn't aware that when fighter was around other managers, they were trying to buzz him, like, you come with me and I can do better. Because couldn't anybody have done any better? Tommy Tucker had all kind of connections. And Tommy would sell tickets for us. And Brad Pye, he was a sports writer. I had lots of help.
Yeah. You know, I was kind of bad for my career because, like I said, I had fast cars, fast women done around, you know? And so that was a little bit bad on my career. And I was, you know, like when I lost the fight in Hawaii, my trouble was women's. But I was a good fighter, you know, I was a good puncher. Wasn't nobody going a distance with me too much, you know. I'm knocking out everybody. And I didn't figure, you know, you had to train, but you got to train this game. I have trained. Went out there, had a couple women up in the room every night, which my manager and my trainer didn't know, you know, balling up there. Got in the ring, got upset that night. I come back to knock him out because I had learned. You learn from your mistakes. And I had learned. And then, but something else behind that, not on that base behind the women, I got the fight, I won the fight back. But, see, I used to gamble, walk around, I go to a scrap game. I may have something like $3,000 or $4,000 in my pocket. No, and which be about 14 or 15 guys around the table. You put all their money together, they would hardly have $1,000. But all of them gambling at me, and I can't beat them all. And so this is what took a whole lot of my fight money, gambling. Go to Vegas, may put, you know, $400 or $500 down on the crap table once, you know. It was a fool. You know, go to the racetrack out there. I had put $1,500 on a horse. And damn, I didn't thought he was running behind the horse to pick up the other horses. He runs so far behind. You know, so this is really what did it to me, you know. And so I hope everybody has learned to see this clip, to know, take their money home and leave the other man's money alone. This is the best thing for them to do. Well, I had Cadillac, trucks, and motorbike. All of them, you know. And I always kept them, everything on Cadillac. I kept my truck super up. I may get every year or so, I may drop $5,000-$6,000 in my truck. You know. So this is what I didn't catch me by my motorbike. I didn't catch me by my motorbike because I fell one day. And then I fell. I got up and pushed my motorbike home. It didn't have about the last motorbike I had. I think I had about 12,000 miles on it. Not had quite 12,000, about 8,000 miles on it. A Harley Davis. I gave it away to one of my other friends, Doug Huntley. I gave him a motorbike. I said, I don't want to ride this no more. He said, how much you want for it? I said, no. I said, how much can I give you to take it away from me before I get killed on it? And he started laughing. He said, man, so you saw me. I said, yeah, that's right. You just take it on home. There's a towel, let it drop. Big money goes, you know, big money comes fast, it'll go fast. And so, but I am not downing my life the way I live it, because I think something, me, I put a little bit more money back, but if I had to go through life again, I really think that I probably go through it the same way. Ain't no reason I'm lying. I probably go through it the same way. Maybe with a little older, I got a little more, you know, gray, older. I may know a few more things I wouldn't do. They put back a little bit. But I had a good time. I had a nice time. You know, and there's nothing like that good living, you know. And so you have everything, anything you want. You walk down the street, see a suit in the window, I go buy me 2 or 3 of them. You know? It ain't that it was nothing I seen, nothing I wanted, I didn't get. You know? Anything I was well, I said, this is life. I said, the only way the people say, you only live one time in life. And so I try to make it the greatest time. If I die today, I die tomorrow, whenever I die, I can say, Lord, you put me down here, I have had a beautiful time. That's what I can say. I've had a beautiful time down here.